Hey guys, we're checking out Sparkle2 by UJAM. This is, of course, the second version of the plugin. So I'm going to point out a few things that are new in this release, and there are actually quite a few. Let's get started. Right, so on the top with a white background or pickguard, we have all the elements that shape the sound. So we have the pickup selector going from bridge to neck, we have the character, we have the amp, then we have drive. We also can use stomp boxes, which are new. I mean, these are the sort of guitar effects. And we have finisher, which is also very new to this release. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. On the bottom, we have the area that sets the playing part, how you play, how you are using this plugin. And we have two options here. We have the player mode and we have the instrument mode. Right now we are in player, which means that we have baked in, we have phrases that will play as we select the chords or the notes on the right side, on the pinkish side, where you see the play mode right here and play range. So right now when I'm pressing any of those keys around here, that will play a chord with the style phrase. And you can select different phrases, and they go from C2 onwards, and they go from simple to more complex or more busy. And we also have common phrases, which are common to all the styles. So if you click this drop down right here, you see that we have different styles. Each style will bring its own style phrases, but all of them will play the same patterns if you select the common phrases. Let me show you. All right, so that's a simple one, and let's go all the way almost to the top here. Right, and I'm gonna go with C1, which is quarter muted. And if I'm gonna change the style and stick to C1, it will sound pretty much the same. But if I'll go and choose any of the style phrases, that will play something completely different. And let's hear. So that's the idea. And we have some more controls that we can use, but before we going into that, let me show you what is the instrument mode. So if we go into instrument, that's a completely different way to play the instrument. And it means that we are sort of mimicking how we are playing guitar. So right now we have trigger mode off, which means that whatever I play with my right hand at the fretboard, as you can see, that's the fretboard, then nothing will be actually playing because we need to strum. So I need the left hand to strum the strings. Let me show you. So I'm gonna play something and there's no noise. And if I'll play that together with any of those key switches, then we'll get the sound, we'll get the strumming. But how do you know what's going on here? Well, click the keyboard and you'll get the legend. So now we see exactly what those key switches do, and you can see this play here arrow that tells us this is the playing area. So for example, if I want to have up strokes or downstrokes, anything like that, so I need to use C2. We have picking sections here and so on. So I can just play that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my finger on the fretboard and then play with my left hand. And if I want to change the chords, then I need to do that with my right hand. right? So you need to sort of memorize or look at the legend or program that in MIDI, and that's how you use this instrument at the trigger mode off. And you can see that the trigger mode is set to off. I'm gonna set this to on, and now we have sort of a combination. So when we are on trigger mode on, you play your own rhythm phrasing while instantly triggering chords in the play range on the right, so on this side. And I'm using the key switches on the left side to sort of control how we are strumming. So that's the basic idea. Let's go and check some more stuff that we can do. I'm going back into player mode, and you'll see again all the different settings and the key switches of the style. So you can use this keyboard switch here to get more insight and help on what's going on especially on the left side. So again, we're back into our normal player mode, and I'm going to select a different preset just for fun. Right, and so let's go through some of the things that you can find on the top that controls the sound character. So the first one will be the pickup right here, and we have the character and the stomp boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna hit latch, and when you do this, any key that you will play will keep on playing. The phrase will keep on playing. So I'm gonna play with that and then change some of the settings. And so we can see that the pickup can go from bridge to neck and anything in between. Then we have the character that goes fat, soft, bite, twang. And I remind you that's the kind of sound that is really, very similar to what you would find with a Strat, with a Jaguar, maybe with a Telecaster. And we also have variants here. That's sort of humanizing the strumming, and the amount of the stomp box is also important. You don't want to overdo it, or maybe you do. So for example, we can go with delay. So that will be the feedback or the amount of the delay. Now we also have the amp, and you can go direct and it will sound very thin, but the idea is that you will bring your own reamping, you bring your own amp sim to get the sound. Right, and we can go through this and just have a listen. And we have drive, we have focus, which is sort of a tilt EQ going more focus for the highs or the lows. And we have the width, the stereo width. So let's have a listen. Very cool. And so finally, we have the finisher. So the finishers are plugins. They're on their own right. They are very, very cool plugins that are so creative. And I covered all of them in my channel. So check them out. And we have those baked in here in one way or another. So if you click the title here, you'll get two categories. We get the effects, and we get ambience. So ambience is mostly about reverb, delays, echoes, and effects will be creative stuff. So let's try some of them. Right, so a few more things that we need to cover. So on the playing area here, play range, we also have the play mode, and we can change that to notes. So we'll be not playing chords, but notes. And we can use open chords, and we'll change that to chords. And we can also set the key. So we have all the different keys in major and minor. So we can set this to C major or A minor or whatever. So let's change that. And then whenever you're playing anything on the play range here, you'll see the chord detection appears. And it is all in the user manual. So if you want to see the key combinations, that's there. And some more stuff for you is the micro timing. So if you click this, you can actually sync the player to whenever you're playing anything, or sync it to your DAW, BPM, so or song position. And that will play perfectly with whatever is playing in the background. And we can also change the speed, half it, double it, and we can have the feeling of a push or pull, swing. Let's add some more swing, and humanizing the strumming. Right, so that is the micro timing, and that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys. So if you have any questions or anything at all, just let me know. You can get in touch with me through Discord. I'm going to put the links in the description of this video. You can just join my Facebook groups, and definitely check my links, because I have lots of stuff there, including my very own shop. I'm an authorized reseller of UJAM and many other companies. So if you want to buy this directly from me, I'll be more than happy. And if you need any help or advice or anything at all, again, contact me. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I'll see you guys in the next videos, and we'll finish with a bit of just examples of the presets. Thanks. Bye-bye.